everyone. So I'm answering a question submitted by SCRoadTrippers, the subscriber today. And they ask, I hate that I missed your live stream, but I do have a couple questions. Have you ever dealt with a family that was just blatantly trying to do the cheapest funeral possible so they could pocket the remaining life insurance? Oh, that is a good question. I'm trying to think back through families I've served and if any of them truly were just trying to get some money. People definitely do cut back on what they want. I have had a family that the woman pre-funded a full funeral, and at the time of her death, they came in and they changed it to a direct cremation. So whether it was because they just wanted something simple and they personally didn't want a burial for her, or whether they just really wanted that money, you know, it's not like it's that much money, but $10 is $10, I always say. So maybe they needed that couple $1,000s more than they wanted to have a service for their mom. So whatever their intentions, you can't really question them. You have to just kind of go with it. Sometimes you can ask a little more, but it's really up to them what they want to do. Have you ever heard of the National Museum of Funeral History in Houston, Texas? I have never been there. I've had a lot of invites to there recently, and we are talking about hopefully getting to Texas maybe in the next year. That's kind of on our list of places that no, my husband and I have never been. So we said, you know, why don't we try and go to Texas? But it's a huge state, so to try and choose what big city we're going to hit while we're there, it's kind of hard. We would like to do, you know, the water walkway, and is it San Antonio, and would like to go to the museum. So there's a lot of different options when it comes to Texas, but I would like to get to that museum. I would like to see it. There's also a cremation museum that opened up recently that I would like to get to as well. If you could go to a certain period of time to do a funeral, when would you choose? This question is really awesome. Actually, I don't know if I can narrow it to one. I would really love to go back to Egypt, go back to the old school and do the mummifying and go through like an Egyptian burial ritual. I would also like to go to like Jerusalem and do the whole, you know, entombment kind of thing that was done there. But I think burials back when, like in America, when we did the horse-drawn carriages and we took them out to the little, you know, our own farmland cemeteries or the little cemetery in town, and the whole town stopped and everybody gathered and everybody was there for it. I would like to go be part of those because it was kind of the beginning of what this industry is in now, and it would be nice in, I don't know, full circle for me to see that beginning part and to see what it truly was back in the day and what it was meant to be, because we've gotten so far away from it in our quick-paced, crazy lives where we don't even view people and we don't bury them and we just cremate them and stick them on a shelf and say we're going to worry about it later. So we've come a long way from the town stopping and everyone paying respect to a life that was lost to cremate them quickly and stick them on a shelf. So I think we going back and really seeing the beginning would be just very special, I think, to me. Have you ever had to work on a nursing home neglect patients who died from poor care? Every time I watch a video, I think of more and more questions, but these are a few that came to mind. I have cared for some people that have died in nursing homes that you wonder if there was poor care or not because of the amount of bed sores or some bruising or things like that. If we see anything that is suspect, we do call the medical examiner's office, especially if there's bruising, especially if there's nothing listed on the death certificate that may be looking like trauma to the body. We do call the medical examiner's office and they do come and investigate. I've never had a body that came from a nursing home that maybe the nursing home was shut down because of this death or something like that. I've never cared for a patient that was the result of an investigation by the state for that nursing home, anything like that. Nothing to that extreme. So I have had families who came in, this one woman came in and she had photographs of her mom's bed sores and photographs of just her care that she was taking that information to the state because she believed her mom did not receive good care. Nothing ever came of it that I know of. Sometimes that's what's just happened because people can't move, and you can't move them enough to keep the bed sores from, beginning. But it's kind of like hospice, where sometimes people are mad that hospice killed their parent or killed their loved one because death was the end result. And sometimes you just want to be mad at somebody or you want to blame somebody. So I think there's definitely situations where somebody's at fault, but there's situations also where there's blame put because there's anger and there's hurt and there's sadness there. So thank you so much, SCRoadTrippers, for sending me some questions, and always keep sending questions. If you need to discuss any of these things further, you're welcome to email me directly at Kari@KariNorthey.com, and we can talk more over any of the information. So thanks guys for watching, and send in your questions. Bye.